Hello everyone, welcome to lectures by TOPjargan Educational Center on how to prepare for IELTS exam. Let's start. Lesson 11, 12 and 13 we'll be talking about speaking part. Probably the most difficult for some people because apart from language skills, this part requires actually your abilities how to present and talk in general. In lesson 11, we'll be talking about like general information on speaking section. So on IELTS exam, we have like 3 parts on speaking. So when you take speaking part, it's actually separate from all the remaining sections like listening, reading, and writing. So you take it before or after the main test. You can take it into options. You can have face-to-face, in-person conversation, or you can have online. It means not from your home. You go to the center and you take a Zoom conference or something like this. I advise to take face-to-face. I took IELTS 5 times myself, and I tried different options in British Council, IDP, IELTS Kazakhstan, in person, online. So I find in person easier because just technically, when I was taking IELTS speaking online, headphones, sometimes I couldn't hear. Then you are in the room not alone. There are other people also taking speaking exam with you at the same time. Of course, you have some kind of separating like big tables, but anyway, you can just briefly hear, like slightly hear them. Then you have kind of big screen, big camera, and you see the whole body of your knees on the camera. And of course, it distracts you from time to time. I was just looking at myself, how I look like and how I look and so on. And I couldn't focus sometimes on the just speaking. So that's why when you just naturally talk to a person, you can have better contact, eye contact, etc. It's my personal opinion. I'm just sharing my experience, so that's my personal advice. So on speaking part, regardless the format, we have 3 parts. Usually it takes like from 11 to 15 minutes. In part 1, examiner asks you about questions about yourself, some factual questions, usually which don't usually require any longer answers or developing your complex arguments. Part number 2, it's actually a little presentation. You are giving a task, a topic, 1 minute for preparation, and then from 1 to 2 minutes to present. It's not a dialogue. They will not disturb you unless you are talking about something completely different. After 2 minutes, they will tell you it's time, and then you proceed to part number 3. Part number 3 is quite similar in format to part number 1. It's a dialogue. You will be asked questions, but they are more abstract. They are more about general topics, and you have to provide some arguments, support your opinion, and so on. So when we deliver speaking, we are assessed according to this 4 criteria. It's a bit similar, but still different from writing. So let's talk about lexical and grammatical range. Like lexical resource, it's just your vocabulary, how accurately you use some phrases and words, how rich is your vocabulary, especially collocations, etc. We'll be talking about in details later. Grammatical range and accuracy. It doesn't mean that you have to talk in a very complex way and artificially make your speech more complex. It just means that you use proper grammar to the point and without any mistakes. Pronunciation, it's not your accent, it's just your phonological knowledge that, for example, you pronounce the word given, but not given. Yeah, you know how to pronounce words, and you have to be so they have to be understand your speech has to be clear and people have to understand you. That's it. Your accent is not assessed. Accent is kind of natural things because it relates to our physical abilities, to our muscles, position of our tongue, etc. So don't be like so scared and worried about accent. Of course, the better you like talk like closer to like native speaker. I mean, in terms of sounding, the better for you. But it's not kind of the goal of communication, okay? And fluency and coherence. That's very important criteria. It means that you can talk in English, you can fluently, freely, naturally, you can deliver your thoughts and ideas in English without any difficulties. You don't take pauses. Your speech is quite logical, natural, and all these things. Okay, you don't have pauses, you don't say and so on. So these are the four like criteria we have to bear in mind. Let's talk about general approach. How to prepare for IELTS. Okay, firstly, like just speak natural. Be yourself. Don't overcomplicate your speech. If you are asked like where do you live, just say where you live. That's it. Like I live in an apartment which has 4 rooms, like or like 2 bedrooms, and like blah 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 blah, blah something like that. Okay, don't make it overcomplicated. Just speak like you like speak in everyday life in native language. Keep the average pace. Don't rush and don't like talk too long. Just again be yourself, like speak in a natural way. Self-correction is okay. Self-correction, it means if you made an accident or some kind of mistake or mispronounced word, it's okay to like correct yourself. It can happen even in your native language, like by accident you used improper grammar or something like that. It will not affect your score unless it's like happening very, very often, okay? So asking clarifying question also can be okay. If you don't get some of the questions, you can like clarify what it means. It's totally fine, again, unless it's kind of appropriate and accurate. I practiced and tested deliberately. I asked some kind of questions again and again, and like it didn't affect my score. I got 8.0 in speaking, which I guess quite okay, good, high score. So asking like questions, that's fine. Also keep in mind that you have to give the different like variation of answers, not always long, not always complex. They can be long and short, simple and complex. Like use different variations, okay? And use templates. Templates will help you how to structure your answer. Some people advise not to learn by heart some kind of ready answers, but we're not talking about it. I personally like believe, and it helped me many times, and it helps my students as well. Once you have some kind of templates, it even helps you like even in your native language, not in English only. So for example, you get this idea, then this, or you can structure your ideas in this way. It's more about it, okay? Then it will help you in speaking, and you will not have any problems how to structure your ideas. Okay, guys, that's it for lecture 11, where we talked about like general things on speaking. And see you in the next lectures, where we'll be talking about like details how to boost IELTS speaking skills. Okay, see you and good luck with your preparation.